Hi everyone, and welcome to our NoSQL workshop. And it will be conducted by me, Ace, and Joel. Okay, before that, I'll give you a very brief introduction to what SQL is. So these are some of the characteristics of an SQL, which is SQL databases. They are relational databases, and they follow a very strict static schema, which means if you have 5 columns, that means all your data has to occupy those 5 columns. So these are some examples of the of SQL database management. And if you attend the web dev workshop, they'll probably be using SQLite or MySQL, but never mind. So, okay, SQL sounds good, right? But take a look at this table. Yeah, everything is very structured, but do you see what the issue is? Okay, you look at the children's and the pets columns. There are many blanks. And this is just a small sample. In a real world, when there are thousands of employees, then you see that, oh, there are many columns with many blanks. It's going to be very ugly, and we don't want that. So therefore, we'll be introducing you NoSQL, which is it handles unstructured data very well. And by the way, NoSQL stands for not only SQL, which doesn't really make sense. It should just stick to NoSQL. So this is how an NoSQL database looks like. So first we have this red rounded rectangle represents a database. And within a database, there are collections. And within collections, there are documents. So you can just treat it like a Venn diagram where database contains collections, and collections contain documents. Okay, so for an example, let's say your database is food, and your collection is fruits. Yeah, as you can see, our fruits is a subset of food. And within the fruit side, it can contain many documents. And a document contains many fields. So let's say, oops, this particular document, there's a type of banana, there's a type of fruit, then like the details of the fruit, and so on and so forth. So here's the magic. You see that there are 2 different collections. Okay, they have name, their weight, taste, price. But look at the last document, its length and radius. So that shows that NoSQL databases are dynamic. It wouldn't have to deal with the ugliness that you see on this table over here. If this table represents fruits and food instead, and then instead of children and pets, it's like radius and length, right? Then for the banana one, there wouldn't be a radius, and for the apple cake, there wouldn't be a length, and then there will be blanks. Or if we represent those 2 on the SQL database table, so therefore, those NoSQL databases tackles this issue quite effectively. So these are the many different NoSQL database management systems. But the one that we'll be focusing on today is MongoDB, the one right here. Okay. So now Joel will introduce how to use MongoDB.
MongoDB, very simply put, is just one of the many remote databases that allows you to use NoSQL as your query language instead of SQL. Right. So let's head over to this URL. Please can you send it in the Discord chat?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Yeah, it's just mongodb.com. Very, very simple.
I sent in the workshop help, so everyone go there.
All right. Fail to get to this page. Something like this. All right. Is everyone there? Can I have a response?
Give them like 10 seconds to open up.
All right.
If you all don't know where the link is, it's in the workshop help channel.
Any questions, just voice out. So yeah. Okay, so once you all reach this mongodb.com, click try free. Unless you have an account and just sign in, but click try free. create a free account. So basically just type in your email. I'll create a new one also. Right. Okay, MongoDB is very weird. Maybe it's the thing I'm using. Oh, what the? Okay, anyways.
Okay, so for now, you'll just create an account with your email.
Wrong account. Whoop. Yeah. Safari stuff in this part. If you get that call thing, it probably went through, you receive an email in your account. Yep. So you also see something like this, create a cluster. Everyone here? Okay, so after you reach here, create a cluster, we will build a cluster. So cluster is like one level higher than database, but in the slides that A showed you all just now. So you need to build a cluster. We'll be going free, because free is nice. It's MongoDB is a database on the cloud, right? So it uses one of these cloud providers. We'll use AWS for today. The recommended region doesn't really matter because the closer the server is to you, the faster your requests will go through. But because our app is not very big, so it doesn't really matter. But let's just choose the closest one since it's free. So I choose Singapore. The rest you can see it's the same. Cluster name you can change to anything you want, but remember the cluster name later. After that, click create cluster. It will take a while.
Yeah, I mean, creating a cluster will take a while because it's connecting to a physical server. Then, yeah. For now, just wait.
Yeah, any questions, just ask in the chat. We can help you during this time.
Yeah, if you got troubles getting to this point, I just ask all.
Okay, Sang En asked why it's in the cloud. MongoDB also has a local version, which you can download the MongoDB package thing. But cloud allows you to use it more on your web app, etc. Local, and it's a workshop. We don't want to dive too deep into local because there's a lot of permission problems that we don't want to solve. It can get very messy. What if we have installed one on our com? Oh, today's workshop, well, everything's in the cloud. So don't you touch local. Okay, but anyways, this workshop is split into two parts. After this MongoDB, okay, it's a few parts. After this MongoDB part, we'll be opening up Gitpod, which will take a while again. And then after that, it will teach you all the basics of NoSQL through the C.R.U.D concept. And then after that, we will have a mini storyline, and then I'll teach you all the basics of pipeline aggregation in NoSQL. Yeah. Ooh, one more. Ooh, okay, let's start. So after your clusters are created, you should see something. I just left my name, so my name is cluster. We will need to first create a database and a collection, right? So just click on your name of your cluster, whatever you named it as, but mine is cluster 0. It should be blue in color. You see something like this. Click on collection. There should not be anything there, so you should see something like this. So load your sample data set essentially just MongoDB will just load a random data set for you to trial and test and whatever, but we'll be using our own data set later on. So just click add my own data. You see something like this. The database name that Ace will be using later is it consumable? It's think so. But it can be anything, consumables and fruits, right?
Yeah. Okay. This database collection is like we will be just using this tool for the purpose of the workshop. So those are just examples.
Yeah, it can be anything, but name it meaningfully, no point. So then after you just click create. Hopefully, okay, yes. So if you scroll down, there should not be anything. So this is where later on you can see how your data looks like in a neater form. It's like the UI version of MongoDB. So after that, you would click command line tool, and we need to get this DNS connection string to connect to our MongoDB server. So after you click command line tools from collection, click connect instructions, you will see this page, right? Oops. Okay. Okay, never mind. So you'll see this page. So how MongoDB has its security, right? It's essentially it whitelists and checks whether that query comes from this IP address that you whitelisted already. So if it doesn't, it won't allow the thing to pass through. But since you are doing everything on the cloud in this workshop, so we need to whitelist every single IP address, not every single, but we need to whitelist this IP address for 0.0.0.0.0, which essentially just allows access to every single IP address. So we can access it in the cloud later. We're using Gitpod. Allow access everywhere. Okay. So just add this IP address. So we just whitelisted IP address of 0.0.0.0. Right. The MongoDB user is just a username that you put in your DNS connection string later, such that you can access the database. Username, password, anything up to you, but remember the username and password. I'll just set sample username. And oh my god, no. Sample password. Sample password. Whoop. Okay. Okay, sample username, sample password. Then create MongoDB user. Takes a while. Let me reload. Oh, okay. So if it doesn't work, you can reload and try again. But apparently it works. MongoDB has problems. Well, okay. So you should see this if your MongoDB user is created and your IP address is white. You should see this thing turns green, not white. So you click this. The Mongo shell is the shell version. Mongo Compose is the thing that you download, like a physical application, but we're using the second one. So we'll be using Python. The driver will be Python. Version will be 3.6. So this is that DNS string I was talking about. So later on, you need to replace the word password. This password thing with the password that you said just now. And this to be a username that you said just now. So copy this and copy it, paste it somewhere. We will be needing it. All right. So after you copy and paste it, that should be it for MongoDB. Okay. After that, we will be using Gitpod this session. So okay, everyone go to this GitHub account. Okay, this tiny URL is linked to the GitHub account. And then you all should see something like this. So we'll be using Gitpod for this session. It's an online environment that allows you to run code. Why we use it? Because it allows you to use certain terminal commands to upload and import your data into MongoDB later on. So I've already done all the simple setup for you already. All you need to do fork this repo by clicking here. After you fork it, you should get back to the same page, but this thing should be your GitHub username. And then this should be the same. All right. Ace, can you answer the question that's just asked? Thank you. Then after that, how you access it, right? Very simple. You just click edit file. Scroll down. For this username part, so you scroll down until you reach like line 40. For this username part, change it to whatever your GitHub username is. Mine is just this. Click commit changes. After that, you can just press this button and it would open up Gitpod for you. Yeah. All right. This might take a while for most people. You should, if you look something like this.
C.R.U.D. So what do you think it stands for? Okay, I don't think anyone knows. So it actually stands for create, read, update, and delete. So this CRUD thing it's like a sort of standard for people and guide for people to okay, a standard and guide for databases that people can follow, which are like the four main primary functions. So I don't really need to explain what they mean because it's quite self-explanatory. You create databases of collection, then read them, update them, or delete them. That is quite briefly what it means. And then soon I will be showing you live coding. And y'all try to follow. Over here, right? The first thing y'all do is y'all create a new file. Then y'all can call it whatever. I call it food.py. It has to be .py because we're using Python to manipulate MongoDB databases. Okay? Can everyone see my screen? So first, you go to the terminal, then you type pip install DNS Python, right? Yeah, type this. Okay, then after you install DNS Python, then you install PyMongo. Yeah. Then to check your MongoDB version, you just type mongo, then -- version. Then you should get version 4.0.18. Okay, so the test if nothing is. Wait, before that, any questions? Wait, so I say again. You pip install DNS Python, then pip install PyMongo. Then you PyMongo, Mongo, then dash version to check the version. Okay, so if there's nothing wrong, right? Okay, I'll just begin the live coding. So first, we'll be using PyMongo. PyMongo is the Python library that we'll be using to what's that called? To manipulate the MongoDB databases. Okay. So to check whether it's imported correctly, we print test. This is just a test. Then to run Python files, you type Python food.py in the terminal. So it works. Oh yeah, before that, right? Joel.
What?
There's something they ask them to copy in the MongoDB cluster.
Yeah.
Wait, where do I put that again? In this one?
That is the connection string that you use to connect to the MongoDB cluster.
Okay.
So you see that there's this MongoDB plus SRV, right? The plus SRV thing, basically in order to use that, you need to install the DNS Python. And Achal brought a very good point. We'll be using Python 3. So instead of pip install, right, you're supposed to pip 3 install something. Yeah, I'll edit the MD later, but.
Okay, so I pip install PyMongo.
Yeah, just pip 3 install both things again, just in case there's some weird installation thing.
Yeah, okay. So just pip 3 install PyMongo as well. I just type it here. Okay. So then I thought about the CRUD, right? So first we'll be learning how to create a database. So first we got but to create a database, we have to first connect to a client. So we can call our client just client. Go to Mongo, I'm Mongo.mongo client, then here is what you put inside here is your MongoDB, your connection. Then your connection is this thing. Okay, this thing that Joy asked you to get to. Then you paste it inside. You paste it inside here. Oh, but you change your password. So then now my password is just sample password. You should have your own password. Okay, so now we have connected to a client, right? We want to make a database. Actually, but we already have our database because they created it just now. So, but creating a database and connecting to it is the same command. So to connect to it, we type our database is called consumables equals to client.get database consumables. So the variable here is just a placeholder for you to manipulate in Python. Then this thing in the brackets is the name of the collection itself. It's like if I go on the collection side in a MongoDB's website, then it's literally called consumables over here. Okay, so next, we can create a collection in a database. So, like I said earlier, the example we'll be using is fruits. So it's almost the same as connecting to a database. So it's consumables.get collection fruits. So same as mentioned, this is just a variable, then this is just the name of your collection. So now we are done with create. We are forgot about this. So let's learn how to read data in MongoDB. So to list down all databases in the client line. We'll just write a comment down here in case people didn't get. You just type client.list database names. Yeah. So to try that, we can just try to bin databases. Databases is the variable name. Okay, you see here, it prints out an array which has consumables, the sample database, admin and local. But admin and local are like it's pre-added. I don't know why, but just these two. Then sample database is added. I added it last time, so you don't have to care about it. For now you should only have consumables. Or if you don't have it, right? Actually, no, you shouldn't be having consumables. But I've already added it. If you are adding from scratch, right, you wouldn't be having it. But since we added it just now, then we will be having it. So next, we'll be printing. We'll be listing down all collections in a database. Okay, before that, everything okay? Oh, Andy has some issues. Okay. So these are all the collections. It's almost the same. It's collections equals to databases dot list collection names and brackets. Now let's try that. Oh wait, sorry. It's not databases. It's the name of the database, so consumables. What? Oh, there's a spelling mistake here. Let's try again. There you go. There you can see here, you print out all the collections in the database. So next, we list down all documents in a collection. So our collection here is fruits. And so how? Documents equals to fruits or list or collections names. No, it doesn't work like that. It's different. So instead, you want to list down your documents, right? We name fruits. Instead of list documents name, right, is fruits.find. That's it. So what happens when I try to print documents? Oh, there's something. Okay, this thing, right, is the ID of the document. So to find out the individual fields of the document, right, we run it through a for loop. Like that. Okay, wrong. Oh, nothing got printed. Why? Oh, because there's actually nothing inside the document. So if you insert, there's nothing inside the collection. So if you insert documents into the collection, then you'll be able to print out what's inside. And then we'll come back to this later. So now let's move on. Move on to create. Okay, sorry, not create. What's here? Then update. Actually, I missed out something. Under create now, we have to learn how to insert documents into a collection. So we have a collection called fruits, right? Then to even insert one document, right, you fruits.insert one. Sorry. So what's inside this bracket is a dictionary, and the dictionary are the documents that you want to insert. It's just like here. See, it's like this a key, then it's a value. So for those who don't know what dictionary is, it's like it's an array, but there's a key and value pair for each element. So let's say the thing I want to insert here is I want to insert banana. So this is the first element. Then what other attributes of the banana do we want? Let's say price. I need to be $3, and I want the weight to be 300 grams. Then on the length to be how long? 10 cm. So this is just an example. So if you I save it, then okay, now let's go back here. You want to read the document, right? So now we've inserted one document, right? We should be able to read what's inside. Over here. There you go. So what if we want to insert many items instead of just one? So you simply use fruits or insert menu. Then the different documents will be settled by dictionary values in commas. But okay, now let's see the issue. If let's pretend all these are distinct items. I put one inside here, put one inside here, put one inside here, so on and so forth. You realize it gets very lengthy, right? And we don't want that. So instead, we can assign all the different items that we want to insert into a variable. So let's say I want to call this variable many stuff. And the things I want to insert, right, I have it somewhere. Here. I'll just paste it for convenience. So for those who don't understand, right, in this many stuff, it is an array, and the array contains dictionaries. So actually, I will remove the first dictionary because it's already inserted. Now I just want to insert apple and grapes. Then you see, like, if you can't see it properly, the first dictionary is here. Then it's separated by a comma, then a second dictionary, then end of array. Okay, if you want this, I can post it in workshop help. Yeah, you can just grab it from there if you need. So after you got this dictionary, then you fruits dot insert many, then many stuff. Yeah. So I save it. Then let's try printing out all the fruits again. Okay, very good. Okay, we got two bananas. I don't know why, but never mind. We got banana, we got apple, and we got grape. Okay, good. So you can see, we have inserted. I mean, we were able to read what's inside the fruits collections. Okay, let me just. Oh, I know why there's two bananas, because I inserted it twice here. I forgot to comment it out. If you don't comment it out, and you keep running your Python file multiple times, then it will just keep getting inserted, and you have a lot of repeats. Okay, so I created a problem, but it's okay. We will learn how to solve it later. So now let's learn about update. Update is very simple. Is you want to update? We will mainly be dealing with documents. Update field in a document in a collection. So let's look here. Let's say apples are suddenly bigger. So instead of them weighing 50 grams, right, they'll be weighing 70 grams from now on. So we have field dot update one. It's like insert one. So now we update one. Then inside here is two dictionaries. The first dictionary is what we want to update. So say I want to update the apple, right? So in the first dictionary is this. Then in the second dictionary, right? Okay, it may get a bit confusing. But it's code, then $ set, then colon, then another dictionary. And in this nested dictionary is what you want to change. So then you see here the weight of the apple is 50 grams, right? I want to change it to 70 grams. So it's like that, 70. And that's how you update. Okay. So let's do a test for stuff in documents. So before that, I'll print out all the fruits. Then I print updating. Then after that, I print out all the fruits again. Now let's see the difference. Okay, sorry. It should be fruits and not fields. Okay. Wait. Okay, so for some reason it didn't get printed out. Open to debug. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why it didn't print out a second time, but as you can see, right, before that the weight was 50 grams, and now the weight of the apple is 70 grams. Okay, very good. So next, okay, oops. Let's move on to updating many values. So let's pretend that you are a fruit stall owner, right? Then you have all these fruits. Then suddenly inflation hits you hard. Then you have to raise the price of your fruits. Then you think, okay, which one should I raise? And it can't be if you're managing your database using MongoDB, right? You can't possibly be updating one by one. That's very tedious. So we use this update many. Okay, quite simple. Then what's inside here is almost the same. But let's say I want to increase the price of fruits that are that cost less than say it costs less than $5, right? To become $7. So remember how here is no, not remember how. So in the first dictionary it's going to get a bit confusing. It's a code then $sign less than. LT means less than then close. Then you colon then another dictionary. So what this means is the key is $sign less than means when the price $5 is when the price is less than $5. It's a query. Then we set. Sorry. Yeah. So this is how you update many values. And if you don't understand yet, like less than price $5. For fruits that are less than $5, you update them to become $7. Like this. So let's bring them out again. Oh, what happened? Is there something wrong? Unknown top level operator. Wait. Oh no, okay, I get it. Sorry, I messed up this part. It's supposed to be like this: price, then colon, then less than colon, then $5. It should be like this instead. Okay. So this update where when the price is less than $5 and become this. Let's try again. Okay, I don't know why it will never print a second time, but Let's try printing again. It didn't get updated. Oh, because the price is in small case. Okay, understandable. Let me try again.
Wait, how come we got price capital and then small on the update menu?
Oh, yeah, that's the issue. It's supposed to be small p. Okay, sorry. This is about inconsistency that I didn't take note of. Good. There you see. Initially, it was $3, and now it becomes $7. And the apple was the apple before that was $0.3, and now it's $7. So okay, good. Now I can comment this thing out. So last but not least, right, we'll be talking about delete. We are finally at the end of C.R.U.D. C.R.U.D as in the very last one. Delete. Let me see. So I think most of y'all can guess. Deleting a document in a collection. From the trend of the above code, right, you can guess that delete is just through the delete one or delete many. Very simple. So what do you want inside here? You don't like apples, right? So you delete one apple. Oh, okay, let's say you don't like banana. So you delete one banana. Okay, so before that I printed out. You see there are two banana items, right? I delete one banana. Then let's print it out again. Now we left with, initially we had two bananas, so now we are left with one. Very good. So now what about deleting many? You can do the same. Fruits.delete many. So in earlier one we had two bananas, right? If we put item banana, it will just delete both bananas. Okay, but I don't have to explain what other things you can try to delete. Let's say I want to delete everything. Easy. You just put this two curly braces, then it will just drop everything in the collection. So let's test that out. As you can see, before that we had 3 documents, right? So after deleting many, this is just okay. So let's test it out. Okay, you see, he printed out this statement. Then I tried printing out the documents, and there's nothing. Why? Because there's nothing. You see, so this is a very dangerous tool, but also very useful. It allows you to delete everything. Okay, so now I've come to the end of my part of the workshop. Any questions about the basic C.R.U.D operations? Okay, so nothing. Okay, or if you are too shy to ask, you can just ask here later, or PM me, or PM Joel. So now we got an activity for your. If you go to the GitHub, you go to part 2. Yeah, this folder right here. Click on it. Then there's a storyline.md. So, oh no, what happened? Our sacred building blocks logo has been stolen and is somewhere in building blocks land. And then these are the these are some of the evidences that we have collected from CCTV footage. It's a woman, seems to be in her 20s, age 20 to 30, and these are not her eye colors, and she seems to be wearing work attire. That means she's from one of these companies, and one of her friends start with a C. So your role is you are data master and you have all the information of every civilian in building blocks land. And actually, right, the information is in names.json here. Yeah, remember just now I showed you like the very simple apple, banana, grapes, bullshit. And now it's just this. It's slightly more complex, but in the end, the structure is all the same. Like in terms of executing the commands. So now your job is to use this evidence to try to narrow down who the thief may be. Okay. Okay. So now Joel will teach you how to import the JSON file into the Gitpod for you all to manipulate. Okay. So now everyone look at Joel's screen.
If anyone has questions with what is just taught, because you don't really understand that, right? You're gonna have a bit of a problem later. I'll react if you are done with what is has went through. So as for those that close your mongo.db, right, open it up again. The mongo.db, mongodb.com, sorry. Yeah. You all should come back to this mongo.db page. If you log in again, just click that cluster 0 or whatever name that your MongoDB cluster is called, and click on command line tools to get to here. So essentially, right, you just scroll down, you see binary import, then you will see data. So basically, we have this file called names.json, which has information of 80 people's information, right? So we are going to import this data onto mongodb.com. Then we're going to query stuff out to find our suspect or this suspect culprit, right? So to import stuff, we need to use the Mongo import. So just copy this thing, click copy. After that, go to your Gitpod. Let me just create a new. Let me just create a new file. Just call it no pipeline. Okay, so because pipeline can get a bit confusing later, so I made this to fill in the blank thing, which you can just follow along. Hopefully, this will not give you any syntax errors, but I'll code from scratch. So okay, so before we code anything, we need to import our data, right? So you just copy this long string of things. Actually, you just control. Okay, you can control V here, you can control V here, but either way, you need control V here. So you import into the clusters this part until like here is basically your cluster. Your cluster, you have 3 clusters, 1 primary, 2 secondary. Basically, this just updates every single cluster. So you need to change a few things. You need to change we work from the back. You need to change your file name. Okay, wait. In this case, my file name is part2/names.json. But if you're just doing it in the actually no, yeah, it's part 2 because names.json is in the part 2 thing. like it's in the part 2 folder, right? So this is the direction to the file. So after you type in the direction of the file / the file name, you need to change the file type to JSON. It's a JSON file. And change your collection name to anything that you want. Right? If the database just now does not in the database, if the cluster just now does not contain the database or collection name that you specify here, you'll just create a new database or collection. So in this case, I'll just put suspect name, suspect collection, and suspect database. It can be anything you want, but just remember what is it? Suspect database. All right. After that, you need to change your password to whatever password that you set just now. My for password. And the username is it should be set, yeah. So basically that's most of what you need to change. After that, you need to go back to the end and add this line called --JSON array with a capital A in one word. So like --JSON array. So what this does is it just tells MongoDB that my JSON file is formatted properly and just use it as such. If not, it will show you an error to ask you how you want to format it. But it seems to really formatted it properly, so you can just put --JSON array. Cool. All right, so it should work. You should get imported 80 documents. If you go back to your MongoDB, go to collection. It should have created a new database called suspect database and suspect collection. If you click suspect collection, you should have 80. You should have, basically. So you can see like there is, so later we'll like query the name, the age, eye color, gender, bar, company, email, address, registered. I don't know what's registered, just some numbers. Friends, then like the friends have ID and name, then the favorite fruit. So yeah, we have successfully imported our data into MongoDB. Nice. So I'll teach you all two ways of solving the problem. One way is without pipeline, the other way is with pipeline. So let's do it without pipeline first, basically what Ace taught you just now. All right, we need to import our, hold up. We need to import our, wait, I need to pip install my stuff. So we don't install pip tree install. Pip tree install PyMongo. All right. So now we need to import the PyMongo module. I'll then, from the PyMongo package module, I will then import this function, I think method called client, wait, client what? Oops, Mongo client. Right. So, okay. After that, it's standard stuff. Actually, you can just copy from the MD file, but all right. Okay, cluster is equal to Mongo client. What's my string? This is my string. Change the password to sample password. Right. Okay. Okay. I'll then want to access my DB, which in this case is one of the values in the cluster dictionary called, which just now I used suspect database. Right, so now my DB, so now I access my DB, I need to access my collection. So just collection is equals to DB suspect the collection. You can change like this part and this part is supposed to be your DB name that you used just now and the collection name that you used just now. All right. So that should be the thing. Okay. So we want to find 4 things, right? According to the storyline. There's 4 things. The person is between 20 to 30. So we'll first set result is equals to collection.find. The .find method. The collection.find method has 2 parameters. The first parameter is a filter parameter. So I'm just going to put filter is equals to filter parameter takes in 1 dictionary, right? But then if you see, we have many things to query. So what we can do is we can use the N method thingy with a $sign. What it allows you to do is have multiple queries, and if all of the queries returns are true, then it would pass the document true. So between age 20 to 30, I'll first do the N thing. And then I'll put in an array. Okay. So in the array, it's an array of dictionaries. So my first dictionary in the array will be the first criteria, between 20 to 30. So I will need to query the age thing. And then between 20 to 30. So between 20 to 30 essentially is just greater than or equal to 20 and lesser than 30, right? Which I will then put in another dictionary. So there's a lot of nested dictionaries. So greater than 20 or lesser than 30, right? GTE is greater than or equals to, so it's greater than or equals to the value of that key value pair. And the next one, the next key value pair in the dictionary is less than LT 30. The dollar prefix is just whenever you have to call a function each thing in like MongoDB. That's why this one don't have, because it's just a criteria thing. So that is our first dictionary, our first criteria in our array of dictionaries. We will then go to the second one, which is does not have brown or black eyes. So, but then we have no idea as of now whether there are other colors of eye color. Right? We didn't know that it cannot be brown or black. Maybe it can be like red or I don't know, green, whatever. So we will add a new dictionary which has eye color. All of the H eye color is actually, if you go back here, right, it's H eye color. So if you have any queries on like how the data structure looks, you can just come back to MongoDB, go to collections, look. So it's structured this way, right? So whoops. Okay. So eye color, but I don't want it to be black or brown, right? Black or brown eye. So what can I do? I can use this function called NIN, not in. So if you learn Python, right, there is like for I in something, so there's like in, right? So not in is the same thing, like this. So not in just checks whether eye color, or in this case, it checks whether eye color is not in the array of stuff after that. So black and brown, right? So it checks if the eye color is not black or brown, or not in the array of black and brown, it would return true, and therefore allow your document to pass through to the next query in the N array. So next is company, if I'm not wrong. She's working in one of these companies. Wow. Fancy. Okay, so I'll then you check the company criteria. Okay, that's the proper name, but I'll just call it criteria for now. Company. So instead of not in, but so the previous one is used not in, but this one you want to check whether she is in the list of companies, right? So intuitively, it will be in this array, right? You need to string all the entries. So we just check whether the company is in this array of companies. If it is, it's true and it passes to the next stage. Quite self-explanatory. It's really confusing on the nested dictionary thing, which should be okay because you're just filling the blank. So the last one is going to be one of her friend's name starts with C. So how we can do this is we can use the regex function. So if you see friends, right? Friends is actually an array of objects or dictionaries, right? So how are we going to access one level down in terms of the layering nested thing? So what I can do is you can use this thing called the dot notation, which essentially is friends dot name, right? So I'll go to the friends criteria, then I'll go one level down to the name, right? If I go ID, then it's just friends.id. If there's another one, maybe like friends.friend, right? Okay, so friends.name. This will allow me to access the names of the friends of each of the 80 people in the entire collection. So I just need to check whether friend's name using regex, whether the friend's name starts with a C. So this caret symbol just tells regex that whatever after the caret symbol, I want in order for it to be true, the thing that you pass in must start with the character or the characters after the caret symbol, right? Yeah, I think it's dollar if you want to be the ending symbol, but you can go check. It's typical regex, I think. Okay, so that is it, right? But then if you look closely, the police in building blocks land are extremely lazy, and they only want you to provide with the name of the culprit. So right now, right, if you don't do anything as of now, you just print this. So this will fine. It'll give you back an cursor object, hence you need to loop through the result to print out I. Right, Control S. If you run this, run Python 3, no pipeline.py. It gives you two people, a person called Jeannie Johnson and a person called Mark Hardin. So essentially, that is your two people, right? Then there's two problems here. First one is that you can only have one suspect, and second one is it's very long. The police only wants the name. So how can I only print out the name? One way is in line 18 and 19, you can add in you can access this. So this is a dictionary. You can access this dictionary by just putting in the name. That's one way. Second way is you can use this. You can use the second parameter of the dot find function. So the dot find function second parameter is actually this thing called projection. Projection just returns the thing that you want it to project. Basically like a visualizer, right? You want to project something out. So, but then after you get all the documents, you only want to project out the name. You don't want to project out the underscore ID. You don't want to project out the age, etc. So what you do, right, is you literally just name equals to 1. Oops. What did I do? Okay, never mind. Name is equals to 1. Underscore ID is equals to 0. So 1 means true. True means I want you to project out the name. 0 means false, means I don't want you to project out the underscore ID, right? Then the rest by default should not also print out once you underscore ID 0. So if you run this again, it only prints out 2 names, right? Very simple. But it's still 2 names. We only want 1 name. So what's the problem? We'll solve that later, right? So this is the no pipeline approach. So now we're going through what the hell is pipeline aggregation, right? It seems like currently it really seems very tough already. Then okay, anyway. So what pipeline aggregation is, right, is essentially just now you have your dot find, right? So in your dot find you have your filter and you have your projection. What if I have many filters and I have many projections, and then I want to like match then filter, filter then project then filter again or something, right? I want to do more complex, a little more complex stuff. So what pipeline aggregation does is pipeline aggregation consists of stages. So think of the filter just now as one stage, projection as one stage. But if you use dot find alone, you can only project out once and filter. You can only filter then project. You cannot like project then filter because that's just how it works. But if you use pipeline aggregation, you can filter, you can project first, then you filter, then you project again, also can. Right? So basically it's in stages that you can use repeatedly in any order that you want, except for these 3 stages. But we're not covering that today. So pipeline aggregation makes certain complex tasks significantly easier to execute and understand once you understand this concept. Right? MongoDB provides this db.collection.aggregate method to run the aggregation pipeline. Below there is 2 examples of one using pipeline aggregation, the other one does not use pipeline aggregation, and you can see the difference in length of the code. So essentially this one just puts everything into a pipeline. You have your match group we won't cover, but it just very simply put, it just groups everything to distinct groups. And then after that, you can do something to each group and then output the result. So if you want to get the same thing, you need to use the db.collection.distinct, which is another method of the collection. And which is essentially what this does is it returns you all the distinct values in an array. So if you want to do the pipeline, whatever that's here, you have to repeat. You have to do, without pipeline is doing this, which is very long because you need to pre-process it, then you need to post-process it in order to finally print out the thing. So as you can see, it takes longer code to get the same, to output the same dictionary. So using pipeline aggregation in this way makes your life a bit easier. But in other tasks, it will make it actually more harder. So you need to be discerning. So that is pipeline aggregation in a nutshell, right? So comparing between the normal way of doing it and pipeline aggregation stages, your db.collection.query or filter is the same as this $match thing, right? Filter is like match, like I don't know, they are kind of synonyms to me, but anyway. So then if you want to project out something, db.find projection equals to something, and then use the project stage, projection, project. It gets confusing sometimes, but yeah. If you want to use the group, the alternative way in normal query is usually using the distinct and then some pre and post processing using normal Python. Then there are also other stuff like dot limit. Normal query dot limit it limits the amount of things that you output to how many you want in how many to the number that you put here, like positive integer, same the limit. db.collection count the number of documents that fulfills the query and the option. Same for here, count. I think string should be replaced with query, but something like that. So there are many other pages that you can compare to with normal query lah. So now let's convert our nopipeline.py to pipeline.py. Right, let me just create a new file. I'll call it pipeline.py. All right. So the front part over here, you can basically copy from nopipeline because it's essentially the same thing. After that, we want to start generating our pipeline. So how you do that? I usually just call it pipeline. I think it's rather standard to call it pipeline as well. Pipeline receives an array of dictionaries, right? So let's see our node pipeline. We first need to Okay. We first need to find our 4 criteria that we have gotten from the storyline, right? And using this end thing. So after some experimenting, pipeline does almost the same thing. Just instead of filter, right? Instead of filter equals something, it's this. This is the syntax. you need to put in an array of dictionaries. So the match, oops, there's a dollar sign here. So the match is essentially your filter, same thing. Then it's really, really the same thing because you can literally just copy this, Control C, paste it here, right? Assuming that there is no syntax errors. That is your filter stage now converted to pipeline. So it's usually something like that, right? But now it's in a match stage, which is essentially the same as your projection stage. So after that, you project out, after you filter out already, we need to project out, right? So if you see the slide, not the slide, the MD file, you realize that projection is just project. Filter is match, projection is project. So you will just add in another dictionary. Remember, array of dictionaries is a pipeline. And use the project. After that, you can literally just copy this. You need to put in a nested dictionary right here. Okay. So after that, this is essentially our pipeline. We just brought it over. It's almost the same, but it allows you to do pages. So example, if I want to project first, I'll just move project up. But if I want to do it the normal way, no pipeline way, that's not possible because you always filter first then project. Right? So I'll use the result. Result is equal to collection dot aggregate. So MongoDB has this aggregate function or method that allows you to aggregate a pipeline. Right? After result, it returns you a cursor object, so you need to loop it through once. And not once, you just need to loop it through to get your answer. So if everything goes well, there's no syntax error, you should get the same thing. Okay. So essentially that is very, very, very simple pipeline. But there is still two suspects, right? And we cannot have two suspects because we just cannot. Right? So if you read the storyline again, you'll realize this very interesting thing that the thing is a girl. Like the culprit is a female, not a male. So we need to attach that in. Then we go back to check our data. We realize that, hey, there is a criteria or header thingy called gender. And it's female or male. Let's assume that there is no third one. So we just add another one into our array of queries, filters in the end thing. Type gender. We just want one specific one. So female, don't need to have any nested thing. Let's run it again. And we realize that this is our suspect. Yay, problem solved. Okay, so the police will now go and catch this person. So to make sure that everyone is on track, I will now ask for questions. Any questions? Yeah, okay, wait. Then there's one final part. We need, most of y'all could follow to send in your GitHub link. So after you forked it, right, and you did all your stuff in the pipeline. Okay, wait. After you did all your stuff in the pipeline, right, because Gitpod is linked to GitHub. So how you commit your changes that you've done in Gitpod into GitHub, right, is you see that there's a U here. So U just means unstaged. So if you use Git before, you need to like git.add, but there's no git.add here. So you just go to this thing, this symbol here, and you see that there's two U's here. You need to add the plus sign, I think. Yeah, I need to stage the changes. So I'll stage both changes. So after you stage both changes, right, you need to click this plus sign, commit sign. After you click the commit sign, you enter a commit message, you click enter, and it should commit your thing to the Fox repo in your account. Then to double check, you just go to your GitHub account. Go and check whether the changes are there. If they're there, then yeah, you can log out.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.